that jump off the page, or if they just a byproduct of good players?
No, just the number of guys that they play on the defensive line, and then the second wave comes in and they're as effective as the first wave. So excellent get off, very skilled, and quick lateral movements. They get around you, so very talented group, playing really well right now.
What does EJ Manuel bring to their offense?
Well, just versatility. He's a big runner with the ball, but he can also throw it. So again, he's doing an excellent job for them right now, and he's running option, he's running the quarterback runs, and he can amply throw it. So that's a challenge for us.
I know it's your first year here, obviously, but do you feel the sense that it's still a monster rivalry game?
Yeah, and there's no question it is. I mean, I don't think until your preparation starts to shift towards the mental, I don't think anybody's really going to be thinking about that. I mean, but clearly you can, there's a palpable difference, certainly, just because of who we're playing and the tradition involved, and it's great. That's what's great about college football.
Do you think whichever team wins this game gets a boost in recruiting?
Again, I don't know if it's going to come down to, we're just starting out. Again, I don't know where they are with their recruiting, with their program, but we're just starting out, and again, we're trying to identify the guys that match what we're trying to do. And, again, it's always nice to win, but I don't think it's going to be life or death in recruiting.
Al, do you notice different, just because of who it is this week, do you notice a little more of a spring even in a Monday?
No. I mean, again, since I talked to you guys last night, we went to sleep, brushed our teeth.
I know, but
it's hard. I mean, there's not,
let me ask you, was this a typical Monday?
Yeah, this is a typical Monday. No, this is a typical Monday, I would say.
Is this one of those weeks where you sort of have to keep guys a little calm down as opposed to getting them more fired up for practices?
Again, I'm going to have to keep the media calm down is what it sounds like. I think, from our standpoint, I'm trying to teach them how to prepare for games like this and how it's no different than last week. And the more they listen to you, the more of a challenge it is for me. So
what should we write this week?
No, you do your job. I just have to do my job. My test is in front of 85,000 on Saturday.
Al, the packages you ran with Steven, do you anticipate keeping those in, and how much do you feel like it helped maybe the running game with the threat of him?
Yeah, maybe it did. I mean, he's got to run the ball better if we're going to do that. But certainly, I think he's a big, strong athlete. He's 212 pounds and he runs really well, and he's got a good arm. So just by virtue of what I've just described, he poses several threats.
You feel like obviously that's going to give Florida State. They're going to have to prepare for two quarterbacks now. Obviously, it makes it tough.
Well, again, I mean, I got enough to worry about. I mean, what they do is up to them. But, I mean, clearly for us, we're not just doing it, for flash. We're doing it for the substance of it and what we think we can achieve with him in the game.
There's not much change in the depth chart this week. That's probably a good thing, though, right?
It's a good thing. I thought we were very consistent. Certainly some guys played better than others. I think you can make a case that the Dyes and the Clements and Michael James and a lot of guys stepped up, Swayze and Alonzo Highsmith and a bunch of guys I would say stepped up. But in terms of the guys who we're kind of counting on and used to, were very consistent in their approach and the way they performed.
You've seemed pretty satisfied with special teams pretty much in all phases of special teams pretty much all season. Have you noticed continued refinement there, or is that been at pretty much a consistent level all season?
I think North Carolina we were poor, but then I thought the last three games we were solid and improved. We got to do a better job returning, kick returns and punt returns. We got to do a better job, and but this is this. If you look at the ACC rankings, this team is probably the best special teams unit. I should say probably they are. I haven't really studied the stats, but if you look at it real quickly, they're 1, 2, or 3 in almost everything, if not everything.
Did Fudge practice fully
He did
today?
not. No, he did not, and I don't really have an update on it. I know it's going to be tight. That's what I can share with you.
You looking forward to the challenge against a very strong pass rush?
Not really, not particularly. No, our guys will. It's a great challenge. The whole deal is a great challenge. The environment, the type of team that they have, and how they're playing. They're playing really well right now, and it's a challenge and it's an opportunity. And we just have to take care of our business. But certainly that will be ground zero, right? I mean, you could safely say that the outline of scrimmage will probably be ground zero in this game.
Is it tough out to get guys to understand that this is going to be very much a game where second and eight's a good thing. Like a 2-yard play is a good thing. It's
Yeah,
a big deal.
it's a good point, Tim. And I'll say this, that we felt that way going into Duke. The way Duke was playing against the run, we really had to get our message across to the running backs that it's okay. We don't want to be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 we can live with. And I thought, Lamar and Michael answered that. I thought they ran as hard as they run all year, and they hit singles, and ultimately those 4 and 5 yard runs developed into bigger plays. So I think that's a great point and something that certainly we've got to be patient with.
Coach, speaking of running backs, Eduardo played a lot, played
Sure.
pretty well,
Yeah.
but Mike also had one of his best games.
Yeah.
How do you balance that going forward?
Well, I mean, we want to keep everybody healthy and play everybody. So Eduardo did a great job on special teams, and then he starts getting in on 3rd down, and then he starts getting in on regular downs. Now he's a short yardage guy. So again, Eduardo did a great job in our short yardage the other day. Just had really good vision. Makes one cut, and it's tough as nails. So they all have jobs to do. Sometimes those jobs change from week to week, and again, we're just going to keep trying to get the ball into the hands of the playmakers on our offense. Okay, guys.